I don't usually like being told what to do, but for Leon, I'll make an exception. I pushed the ladder and prepared to calm down, but then it occurred to me, how much longer will I have the luxury of attractive man catching me when I jump? Seems like a waste to just do things normally. Am I crazy? Phew, in hindsight, that was extremely dumb of me. Thank goodness I'm in love with a robot. Oh my god. We ran behind the tower down a dirt road. The whole area kind of reminded me of my Graham parents. Can't she stop saying her family name plus something else like Grahamly and grandparents? It's too good. Who lived in a rural part of Wisconsin? Nice. Just swap torches for porch lights and crazed cultists for trashy druggies. It's basically the same thing. I mean, they even have bear traps in the street. It's my childhood summers all over again. What's with the knife? Sure he's not going to... Why, yes, I'm shot. In much the same way I feel the trapper closed around Leon's arm fiercely. Phew. His delicious biceps. I still tear to his shoulder. Scabbed me half to death. Still, risking your own arm to conserve a bullet? I shudder to think of how the man budgets groceries. Fair enough. We barely moved before Leon put up on the brakes and raised his weapon to the darkness. With the rain pelting me in the face, I could just make out the vague, doughy shape of a villager. I wonder if that cultist set the bear trap. Maybe that's how people snag bridges around here? Damn! What? A bullet saved? Is a bullet used, I guess? I say I'm blown away, but I think the other guy has me beat in that department. Sorry, my dude. So this is a professional New Game Plus playthrough we're going through here. That's nice. The mystery unravels. There seemed to be a large gate at the end of the path. I could feel a surge of adrenaline in my legs as we approached. I didn't know what was on the other side, but anything had to be better than somehow worse Wisconsin. Okay, that's a lie. Because there are lots of things that could be worse. Probably. Like, oh my lord. Saddle. No, bad brain. No one ever wanted to ride that saddle. Me gusta. Oh god. What are they making me say? A collision with Leon's shapely pack monsters returned me to reality before I could dwell any longer on that blazing saddle. Okay. I could see the gate ahead, blocked by a lone villager brandishing a torch. Maybe blocked is overselling it a little. Here's a blockade in the same way that a traffic cone is a blockade for a twister. Yeah, that worked out for about as well as I expected. Sorry, Marva, dude. In the abstract, I feel sorry for the man. What kind of person was he? What were his dreams? With the path clear, the only thing standing between us and the gate was more bear traps. Because if you can't stop people with torches, broken fate and tetanus is apparently the next best thing. Oh my god. Episode 9. Down in the dumps. We passed through the wooden gate into what looked like a small ranch. Leon ventured in cautiously and surveyed the area. Considering the church group he just demolished, it does seem conspicuously quiet here. There's a shed over there. Seems like a decent place to lay low while Leon clears a path. Maybe I'll suggest it. Suddenly, and to my confusion, Leon turned toward a lonely, open dumpster. My initial thought was that the mission coordinators had stored more of his supplies in the garbage. I wasn't sure if that constituted an upgrade from boxes. On one hand, metal is sturdier. On the other hand, garbage. Hi, Ashley. Wait, what? Is this a joke? But then part of me knew it wasn't. My body shivered, shedding off generations of hygienic conditioning. I jumped inside without a second thought. Burp. Noise. I held my breath as the lid closed above me. As I scooted my body around, I was surprised to realize that the bin was bereft of garbage. Either rural Spain has pretty good sanitation management, or the villagers are too busy being crazy to throw their trash away. Or maybe they're eating the garbage. Would address the hunger issue. Regardless, it doesn't change the fact that the only handsome man around had just ordered me to sit in a musty waste bin in rural Europe with a parasite roaming around my guts. Again, that eyebrow here sells it, really. I don't want to say unwanted pregnancy metaphor, but like, yeah, I kind of do. I shifted uncomfortably in the dumpster. In this awkward crouch, my legs began to sober from the adrenaline rush, only to discover that a whole lot of pain had moved in. Angered by the nail herd, I couldn't help but lash out at everything that seemed responsible for my predicament, excluding myself. Stupid class, stupid channel, stupid government class, stupid geopolitical dynamics. I took a deep breath and sighed. I'm getting too wound up. Oh, I know. I should do some of those meditative exercises that my life coach taught me. All right, here goes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Nice. Okay, Ashley. You're on a beautiful beach. The sun is soft, sun-warmed, nestled between your toes. Your personal bodyguard is lounging nearby, baking his delicious abs to a golden sheen. Your personal butler appears in dashing attire, offering a comforting smile and a refreshing pina colada. Extra rum, of course. My girl knows how to live. Oh my god. Your personal dolphin trainer is putting on an adorable show with your personal dolphin, Flippy, water spraying all over the trainer's rippling pecs. Everything is so wonderful. You have plenty of money. Nobody has worm heads. Ah, god damn it. It occurred to me then, amidst my fantasies, that might finally be in danger. Or worse. Terrified by this prospect, I thought to peek out for a look, but I knew it would just my luck that some stray cars would walk by at that moment and see me. Instead, I placed my ear close to the wall of the bin, being careful not to get too close. It's too much to hope Settle laced his parasite injection with some vaccines. Excuse me. I strained my ear, listening intently to the world outside my garbage sanctuary. I couldn't hear much at all, aside from the occasional thunderclap in the distance. Before the creeping terror of my savior's demise could ensnare my thoughts, the shrill sound of a gunshot burst into my eardrum. A somewhat morbid, but nonetheless comforting symbol of hope and salvation. Well, for me anyway. Assured of Leon's survival, I resumed my effortless listening. A series of thunderclaps preventing me from hearing anymore. Is Leon okay? Are the cultists gone? Can I get out of this godforsaken dumpster? What was that? Oh, is he trying to signal that it's safe? I mean, I've only ever heard that whistle used to beckon someone. And by someone, I mean a pet. Not wanting to think too hard on the idea, I hastily threw open the lid in the bin and breathed deep. Thank God that's over, by the way. If I smell like rotten meat products, that's just too bad for Leon. Speaking of Leon, I scanned the area for him. It was difficult to see, but I found him by the flash of a stray lightning bolt, standing on what seemed like a bridge connected to the farmhouse. In that moment, his dirty blonde locks seemed like the beacon of a lighthouse, shining fiercely against the cold black sea, like poetry in the shape of a man. Well, it doesn't seem like he's making any more move to jump down and escort me over there, but he's been working pretty hard, so I'll cut him some slack and do some legwork. On my way, I was surprised by the lack of bodies on the ground. Maybe the cultists are just literalists on the whole dust to dust concept. As I ran, I became keenly aware of how insane this all was. People dying, and for what? Is it all just politics? And who stands to gain one power-hungry old man? Or is this bigger than Settle? Bigger than any of us? What if this goes all the way to the Illuminati? Amidst my struggles to glimpse the machinations of his mad world, it didn't take long to reach Neon. My head snapped back like a piston when I heard some groans behind me. Are there still villagers out here? Someone refusing the call of destinies? Maybe I should ask Leon if we're safe, and some other things. What should we ask? Where are the bodies? Does my smell offend? Dog whistle? Really? I don't know what I would pick. What should we ask Leon? I have a feeling the second question is what we should do. Because like the second one is probably just going to be like, oh, that's not what we're talking about, right? And where are the bodies? That may also be one of those questions where like, doesn't really matter. Yeah. I feel like that's my smell offend. Wow, okay, so we're just gonna stink shame now, huh? Fine. I don't care. Yeah, I agree, it's not that bad. Oh, wait. That's a car just behind me. I should probably stop smelling myself and follow Leon. Yep. Leon leapt down from the bridge. I could see a letter on the ground already. I'm just going to presume he kicked that down because he likes catching me so much. As I prepared to jump myself, Leon raised his gun and looked directly at me. I could feel my cheeks flushing under his intense gaze, realizing that he could easily see my lace panties from this angle. I instantly pulled at my skirt. I didn't really understand what Leon was doing, but the sudden self-consciousness called for a common refrain in the lives of women.
You pervert.
Well, he expected that. Well, that is not a great feeling. Pretty mortifying, really. Not sure I should proceed. Oh God, he's staring to dissolve me. Ew, jump. Feeling upset about the pervert comment, he's certainly not letting it impact his professionalism. I wish dudes on the train were half so gracious. I inspected my clothes to check that I didn't get too much colors on me. Also, I know I didn't pay attention in chemistry class, but now I'm thinking I really didn't pay attention in chemistry class. There was another giant wooden gate in front of us, once again guarded by bear traps. I see the creativity well has run pretty dry in these parts. Oh no. Okay, so we're playing Leapfrog now. Not exactly the back-touching opportunity I was expecting. Oh wait, he must not think that we can just go through the gate, so he must want me to climb over it? He could have saved us some trouble by just talking like a normal person. I swear, it's like he believes the strong silent type is an actual personality. I need to think whether that's stupidly sexy or just stupid. I hurriedly climbed onto his back and let his taxpayer-funded muscles elevate me up on top. If only all America's revenue could be so well spent. I reached for the top edge of the gate and hoisted myself over. Good job. And no one to catch me this time. You can do this, Ashley. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, I hit the ground pretty hard. No doubt scuffing my boot and tearing a ligament. Still, it could be worse. I could have worn my high heel boots and boy, that'd be a real nightmare. Fortunately, there were lanterns around the door, although that left me a bit paranoid about who had lit them and whether they were still prowling about. There was a large plank covering the door, but I easily pushed it up and to the side.
Leon?
I whispered, trying to avoid undue attention. Leon opened the door, as cool and serious as ever. I happily fell behind him as we ran forward. I missed him a lot for only 20 seconds of separation. Or maybe I just missed his safety? I don't know. I have about as much clarity as I do my upper body strength. I gotta work on that. Gotta be honest. Episode 10, Cabin in the Woods. And we're back for another riveting installment of European backpacking gone wrong. What dangers await us? Blood-going, impairment, a crushing exchange rate? Sorry. Let's find out. Probably going to be the exchange rate. After a few seconds of jogging, we came to a rickety bridge. To my surprise, the merchant was waiting beside it.
Collection of good things on sale, stranger.
Stranger. Wait, did we not see this guy in that underground passage? How exactly did he get ahead of us? The logical answer is that the mission coordinators had Leon and the merchant take different paths in order to reduce suspicion. Granted, not sure how much faith I have in logic these days, but it would explain their communication strategy.
What are you selling?
Yeah. Bizarre as it all was, I appreciate that Daddy was going to such lengths in order to rescue me without creating a controversy. He doesn't have a lot of political capital right now. Surely that's the reason for all this recon work, right? Please God, let me be right about something good for once.
Back any time.
Leon and the merchant finished their bothering, and we resumed running down the rest of the bridge. Leon stopped abruptly in the middle of the bridge, turning his attention to the fancy radio buzzing on his hip. Huh?
I'd rather not hear it.
Huh. While Leon took in what I assumed was, at best, inconvenient news, I looked back down the bridge to see the merchant still standing there. He seems so detached, like a statue, or Steven Seagal. Oh boy. Huh? Action man Steven Seagal, actually. Leon reminds me a lot of Steven Seagal. Now that I think about it, I want to say it's his eyebrows, and it's probably just a general air of, my first language is bullets. I don't know if that makes him a good man or a dangerous man, but when you've been marked for death, the fact that he's hard to kill is enough to give a girl a fire down below.
Got it.
Greg, I'm sorry, where were we? Rather than share his feelings about the general crappiness of that update, Leon immediately resumed running down the bridge. I sure hate what's coming next, though. Blasts of lightning illuminated an old cabin at the end of the bridge. My hope was that it was a safe house for the operation. My expectation was closer to a cultist slumber party. Oh boy. Darn it, I said I wanted to be right about something good for once. Good! Maybe we can go back the other way, you know? Group up with the merchant, buy a rocket launcher. Nope. Wow, it's like everybody in the village is here. Hey, wait. What happened to the merchant? Did they swallow him with the organized rage? Did he escape before they absorbed his polygons? Realizing that our peril was a tad more immediate, I looked to Leon in panic. What are we gonna do, Leon?
Say it, but we're sandwiched, all right.
We're sandwiched, all right.
Quick, in that cabin.
In that cabin we go. I certainly didn't want to be an Ashley sandwich, so I sprinted as fast as my tired legs could manage. Leon reached the door first and smashed it open, being sure to first scan the room with his gun drawn. I mean, I wouldn't call it thorough, but it's the principle that I'm attracted to. As the villagers descended upon us, Leon yanked me into the room and slammed the door. I knew we needed to secure the door somehow, but I was at a loss, so I just left it up to him. Then from behind us, a voice rang out, energetic and clear. Leon. How rude, just hurling planks of wood at unsuspecting people. It's a good thing I honed Leon's reflexes. You did? Okay. We both swiveled around to see what was behind us. Leon didn't immediately draw his gun, so I figured we were relatively safe as the low man strutted toward us.
Small world, eh?
Hey, small world, eh? Wait, how did it respond to the situation again? My memory is fuzzy. Okay. Modern violent reaction or VR mode, and classic is RE, reasonable exasperation mode. I guess reasonable exasperation mode? Of course, how could I forget that iconic scene? An event exactly like this. Oh wow, is this guy's like Leon twins or something? I literally can't tell them apart, and that's so hard. Well, gotta say, English is so much sexier when filtered through Spanish. I really have to watch myself with this one. I bet it's super easy to get on his route. Unconcerned by friend and foe alike, Liam moved to bar the door. All the while, the Metro Cowboy and I began a showdown with only our eyes as weapons. Wait, no sparkles? No bubbles? That's weird. Maybe enriched white bread isn't his flavor? I wasn't sure why my bubbles were broken, but my concern faded away as his eyes openly and salaciously explored my body. He must be searching for just the right compliment to lure me into his Spanish wilds. Okay. So he's checking around. I see, the president has equipped his daughter with ballistics too.
Ballistics too?
Excuse me? Yeah, my lips are supple and they wait. What? I'm basically America's princess and my boobs are the only thing worth mentioning. I guess we know where all the codes have gone to shit. Seriously, I'm so pissed right now. Just because I'm an incubator of the evil doesn't mean my body's every man's plaything. I'm back. I'm Mr. Patrick. Yeah, I'm not your babe, Fernando. You want some ballistics? I'll show you some goddamn ballistics.
How rude. And I don't believe there's any relevance with my figure and my standing.
That'll show him. Not the most forceful approach, but I try to keep it diplomatic. It's like Daddy always says, never burn a bridge unless it's politically expedient.
Who are you?
I demand it. If there's one thing the debate club taught me, it's to always hide your disadvantage by turning the conversation away from yourself.
Oh, excuse me, Your Highness.
Okay. Sorry.
Perhaps the young lady might want to introduce herself first before asking someone his name.
Touche, you inglorious bastard. In true debate team spirit, I must begrudgingly concede the point, but not without a sassy retort.
The name's Ashley Graham, the president's daughter.
Fuck you. Wow, that was like not sassy at all. New plan. Lean into the archetype of the spoiled upper crusty white woman and turn away angrily. It's always worked for Mom. Beyond the power play, my sharp turn hopefully had the collateral effect of letting him know that I hadn't forgotten him his slight. You give men like him an inch, and they'll take your virginity. I would know. As would Kyle. Okay. Okay. Kyle had game apparently with Ashley. GG. Well played.
Is she?
Well, you know.
Don't worry, she's cool.
That phrase is so good here. I appreciate that Leon's trying to encouraging. I much less appreciate feeling like I'm some kind of circus freak who's on the verge of growing a worm hat. And for the record, I'm not over the worm hat, and I will not be over the worm hat anytime soon. Nah, never mind.
It's supposed to be some kind of obvious symptom before you turn into one of them anyway.
Is he talking about the parasite? Newsflash, mi amigo. The symptom is freaking worm hat. I'm not sure why El Jericho is so informed about the current situation, but maybe I should ask him a few questions. Ask about this parasite. Is there a cure? You condition much? I certainly don't myself. What should we do? I have a feeling about this parasite is probably the most reasonable, right? Like, hey, there's a parasite going around. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Yeah, why not? I thought to ask if there were any other non-wormy side effects, like growing wings or stinging like a bunny Tyler, but then I glimpsed a massive shuffling doiness in my periphery. Look! Monsters! Now that I think about it, they have taken a really long time to walk what was seriously like 30 feet. I'd almost think they were zombies. Upstairs! Following Dean's command, I made my way toward the stairs. Before I sent entirely, I took a brief glance back at my gun-toting hardy saviors. Good luck, Leon. It's game time. Alright. And you too. Hey, wait a second. He forced me to introduce myself and then didn't return the courtesy. Men. Fuck him up. Seriously, fuck him up. Episode 11. Cabin Fever. Once upstairs, I found a burrow and huddled inside. Adrenaline was coursing through my body, and with no way to expend it, I began nervous and fidgety. In an effort to distract myself, I pressed my ear close to the bureau door and listened carefully. Deja vu. At least it's not a garbage bin. Will Leon and Don Juan really be able to deal with all those villagers? I guess we'll find out who's got the better plot armor. With the prospect of untimely demise on my mind, I couldn't help but feel guilty, and for what I've said to El Nino. Sure, lightening my breasts to wider weapons was questionable, but I can appreciate that he was trying to lighten the mood. A little levity is welcome next to Leon's relentless gravitas. And to be fair, I was checking him too. Maybe I should apologize, assuming we survive. Oh shit, I blurted out. when punning began. I know my etiquette instructor would be mortified by my language, but screw her. She was never attacked by zombie cultists. Okay, Ashley, just calm down. Everything's going to be fine. In times of great duress, it is prudent to relax the mind with calming imagery. Just like before, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. You are in the serene forest, untouched by mankind. Wisps of honeysuckle tickle your nose. A delightful warbling glides down from the branches and caresses your ears. You are accompanied by your bodyguard, who is well equipped for the journey. The only thing taller than his bicep is his trusty hunting bow, with which he will stave off your enemies and your hunger. Also, the butter's real! Also your company is a handsome lumberjack who sacks at chopping wood. Both his axe and his chest glisten with the dew of the forest. In your periphery, you spot a weird elf larper filling with his master sword. You pretend to ignore his lustful gaze while admiring his high cheekbones. What am I looking at? Suddenly, a forest sprite appears. He leaps quickly between the branches, daring you to catch a glimpse of his tight pants. The sensation of joy permeates your being. Your GPA is higher than Janus. Nobody has wormheads. Repeat, nobody has wormheads. Ah, fuck off. Uh-oh, sounds like something crashed downstairs. Did the villagers manage to breach the door, maybe the windows? Listening questfully, I could barely make out voices. Oh, yes, though. I don't know. Now that I think about it, we're in someone's house. As weird the intruders, property violations are such a messy legal territory.
Everyone in the whole village is here.
Well, I guess you can't intrude when there's no one left to intrude upon. A stream of gunshots sounded from downstairs and moved progressively closer. Oh god, are they near? Jesus, I've really got to ask the aim for one of his guns. I held my breath and covered my ears as more gunshots were fired just outside of the burrow. Flash grenades in this tiny space? That can't be good for Leon's beautiful eyes. Did you send us invitations? I told you no more than 50 people. Confident quip or gallows humor. I guess we'll know shortly. The gunshots persisted for another minute, and I half expected to go deaf from all the noise. But then, without any warning, everything went quiet. The gunshots ceased, and I could hear footsteps descending down the stairs. Propelled by curiosity, I peeked outside the burrow. Some bloodstains on the ground, but otherwise it was clear. I'm just impressed by how the cultists disappear. So echo-conscious. Nice. I jumped out the burrow and made my way downstairs. Hey guys, thanks for saying something, really appreciated.
So, what do we do now?
The bridge I crossed to get here is out, so I guess we have no choice but to keep moving.
The bridge is out? What, did they burn it behind them? Also, how does he know that already?
Got something. You guys go on ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say you forgot something. It's called good manners.
Louis.
So his name is Louis, huh? Too bad. Javier was really growing on me. I wonder what Louis' story is. He seems forlorn for the playboy type. Unlike a man who subverts expectations. We watched Louis walk away into the night against Leon, who seemed rather solemn himself. How does he know Louis anyway? The guy doesn't seem like an agent. So much intrigue and drama. I feel like my brain is going to pop. Although that might just be ringing from all the gunshots. It's probably the same word anyway, right? Okay. Episode 12. The Sound of Silence. With everyone but us gone, an unnerving quiet descended upon the cabin. The whole place felt painfully lonely. What? And Leon meant to keep it that way. Fair enough. I followed behind him because really, what else was I supposed to do? Still, I couldn't help but look back toward the obviously not out bridge. I wonder if I'd ever see Louis again. Since we had a breather, Leon hustled around the area, grabbing convenience stores of ammo sitting atop crates and logs, kind of like Christmas as I imagined by the NRA. With spoils in town, We headed toward the back gate when the villagers had flooded in form. Merchant man, you're alive! What? Leon approached the guy like the last 30 minutes hadn't happened. I was terribly sorry about that, old chum. I was called away for a bit. You know how it is with the bloodthirsty mobs. Now, how about those promotions you mentioned?
Got some rare things on sale, stranger.
Right. No, for real, how did he avoid being gored? Is he in cahoots with the villagers? Is Saddle using him as a spy? Has he simply monopolized the black market with his infectious love and cloaking technology? I don't want to believe any of that. So let's tap on the old fallback plan. Magic. What a portmanteau coming along.
Stranger. Now that's a weapon.
There it is. Jinya. You know, like a genie ninja? It's the perfect foil to an evil wizard like Saddle.
Cash, stranger.
Ah, damn it, we ran out. In seriousness, I'm a little overwhelmed by all these men and their mysteries. It's starting to be less Loretta Chase and more Agatha Christie. Wait, don't most people die in Agatha Christie novels?
Come back anytime.
Not that good, right? Finally, and now to the shed. Alright. There was another one of those typewriters in the room. Without a hitch, Liam began typing away just like before. It's hard to believe that anybody would seriously bother with these things, so I'm just going to imagine that he's leaving the typewriter equivalent of a dick pic. Liam's starting to pull over the documents like they mattered. I'm glad he's feeling dutiful enough to read crap, because the only paper I want to see in front of me is a joint. Hell yeah. I want to really focus. Oh god. We're checking Leon out now. We gotta go for the ass first. Witness the power. Time to show you what you've got, Leon. But I admit the pants aren't the most flattering, but that's all the more invitation to imagine. His arms are impeccably smooth. It's so rare to find a straight man who waxes. Oh no. Don't tell me. Ah, the desire to touch his back is so overwhelming. It's basically finger porn. Oh my god, okay. We got only 3 this time, okay. Oh god, he was looking right at me. Was it staring him down too lustily? And more importantly, does he mind? He looked like he was ready to move on, so I scooted out of his way. Hopefully, it just seemed like I was zoning out. Damn it, Leon, what are you thinking? His mind is a complete puzzle to me. I wish he'd throw me a bone. I'm not the master of unlocking over here. I followed close behind as we left the shed and glanced at Ginger as we walked by. Oh, please, don't talk to him again, Leon, please. Thank God. Doing me a small kindness, Leon forged ahead to a small room embedded in the gate that contained a single lever. The lever only moved left or right, presumably corresponding to the 2 sides of the gate. I assumed we had to make a choice. Well, if anyone cares about my opinion around here, I choose left or right. 50-50, guys. It's just like Tekken 8 now. I guess it's going to be left. Leon picked the right path before I could say anything. I certainly hope it lives up to its name. Well, we made the wrong choice, I guess. Well, I for one can't wait for it to turn out to be a death trap. Who needs to be safe for more than 10 minutes? Not Ashley Graham, that's who. Talking about negative feelings, man. Boy, oh boy. Episode 13. 2 roads diverged in a wood. The door connected to another outside area that resembled a valley. The steep slopes and network of wooden fixtures gave me the impression of a dam, or at least some kind of funneling structure. That's probably a bad thing. We broke into a run, aiming for the wooden partition in front of us. The area was definitely silent, which I hope meant we were safe, but given our luck so far, it was probably the exact opposite. Because the universe loves nothing more than malicious irony, a massive thud landed somewhere behind us. I just know we're gonna get turning back. Oh no, it's a big guy! Hey look, the physical bound from all my regrets. Also, what kind of monster? Oh no, no. No! You're not looking at the monster like that. Stop it. Man, I know I like alphas when I'm on my pier, but come on. No, so have mercy. Forcing myself back to reality, I pushed aside the immediate questions about how such a monstrosity could exist or why I cannot like the ripped shorts look. As my mind entered pure survival mode, I employed my over newfound ability, pointing out objects in the environment for Leon to shoot at. Looking upwards, I saw a boulder precariously perched on some wooden planks. It seemed oddly convenient, but I wasn't about to look at a gift rock in the sediment. Bad metaphor. Leon! As I shouted, pointing at the boulder, it was an entirely vague command, but I figured he'd work it out. What with his passion for body language and busting wood. Boom! Oh yeah! I don't know if Leon thought it was super obvious, but I really appreciate the kindness of indulging my marginal contributions. As the boulder came tumbling down on the, well, whatever the hell it was, we took the opportunity to run toward the gate. Naturally, because this was every bit the death trap I feared it would be, the door was layered in more chains than the vice president's sex dungeon. Which is like the worst kept secret in Washington, by the by. Also, my Ferrari just got stolen and drove off. Anyway, with nothing else to do aside from panic, I turned my gaze back toward the monster. And partly to monitor its recovery, but mostly because it was just so damn ugly. Thankfully, it seems like I can look at its safety from this distance without the parasite hacking my hormones. Now that I look at it, it kind of seems like a crossover between Quasimodo, the Hulk, and Toxic Waste Dump. And though it's not a bad idea for a slash fic, I'll store that one for later. In the meantime, I should give this big boy a name. Labeling a trauma is the first step to successful recovery. Let's see, his most notable feature, outside of being an abomination, is that he's tall, like a venti-sized cup of evil. But then I know better than to overestimate a man's size. So, granted it is. Well, there's no need to get all huffy about it. The Grande by any other name would still look as putrid. Alright. I kind of forgot that you're Satan's toe jam, that I'm about to evacuate my bowels in terror. So me. I heard my gaze like a white Segalian, hoping rather desperately that he had some kind of progress in the door. You know, with a gun. And instead found him kicking the chains. At first I thought the sight of the creature had driven him insane, because who seriously thinks he can break padlocks with their feet? Oh, okay, never mind. But then again, the chains fell away and I remembered that insanity's nature's lockpick. Sure enough. As the creature began storming towards us, we bolted through the newly opened door. On the other side were some small makeshift houses, which is overselling what we're really just dog houses tailored to human height. Subsidized housing, our man. Leon ran into the narrow opening that might loosely be called an entrance, swiping a chunky and some ammo from the inside. Probably a good idea, considering this building is about 60 seconds away from being demolished. Speaking of which, I wonder how tall, pale, and ugly is faring with the barrier. And reared off. Oh my god. For reasons unknown only to God, and maybe the government, Leon refused to run any faster than a jog. I know girls like a man who seems coolly disinterested, but this is a little extreme. Another gate. Is this how immigrants feel? I never support border control again. The creature was mere feet behind us. It was over. It was going to trample Leon into a beautiful pulp and keep me as a Bobby doll to nibble my sweet toes. Channeling his essential badass, Leon spun his heels to make a final stand against the encroaching death tank. Ah! Wow, we're not crushed? Oh yeah, take that, you cold froth. No one messes with Ashley Graham's bodyguard. Looking at Grande's pitiful gesticulations, I was somewhat reminded of the fear and desperation I saw in Jenna's face after Claus flashbacked her. Oh, well, it's like my lit professor said, it's not the theme until it happens thrice. As Grande wrestled with the pain of absorbing a magnum bullet through its corneas, I thought we might take this opportunity to bold, but Leon held firm. It's almost like he expects something else to happen. Something else is definitely going to happen, isn't it? Knowing luck, he's probably going to transform. If that's the case, could at least have the decency to mold into something attractive. Oh, well, okay, he's got a worm. Ah, backworms! I stared in awe as disgusting spider thing sprouted from Grande's back like some black ant from hell. Oh, what just happened? Why did my eyes go dark? Better to suffer the darkness of sight than the darkness of spirit. don't you think? Who are you? I don't remember inviting any other protagonists to my monologue channel. You know who I am. Well, you kind of look like me, except I don't usually look that good unless beer goggles are involved. You have always doubted yourself. Always turned your gaze away from struggles you could not overcome. You need only look within to find the soil from which I sprout. Yeah, I'm not falling. Your mind was ripping at the seams, dearest Ashley. Bearing witness to such unspeakable horror is overwhelming your psyche. I'm the torn thread of your innocence, the last bastion of your goodness. So, I'm schizophrenic. Great. As if my dating life weren't already in the hole. What you are is a victim of a father's singular ambition, of a mother's relentless pragmatism. Are you not, in this very moment, moored to the tide of their carelessness? Are you trying to say that's my parents' fault that I'm the target of a Spanish cult? I mean, I blame them for plenty of things, but they didn't make me get in Klaus' car. Other people who slipped the stairs not fall when you tumble down them? Listen, whoever you are or whatever you are, Leslie. Pardon? Leslie. That's the name you've given me in your heart. Okay, Leslie, we can rain check this conversation. Leon's probably doing cool stuff and I need to keep the flame kindled. You know what I'm saying? Very well, just remember, no relationship lasts longer than the one with yourself. Do not neglect it for an illusion. Okay, jeez, you're worse than John. Fortunately, because that whole alter ego business happened on a synaptic level, only about 2 seconds have passed in the real world. From the relative safe of Leon's back, I turned over a dozen questions in my mind. Does extreme physical duress cause the parasite to expose itself? Does it just need a breath of fresh air away from the fetid smog that is Granny's body? I mean, really, look at that skin. Corpses are not loofahs, pal. Oh, hey, what's that shiny thing up there? Treasure? Focus, Ashley. Oh, right, sorry. Racked with pain and or embarrassment at his lack of hygiene, Granny collapsed to its knees. Leon stood firm and coolly reloaded his gun, as if bored by the whole exchange. Because in his world, topping a giant merits as much as attention as cooking SpaghettiOs. But before I could exercise my right to flee like a coward, Leon did something that I didn't expect, nor could mentally understand. He holstered his gun and took out his knife because he's on a speed run. I had barely formulated the why in my brain before Leon dashed away at full sprint. Needless to say, morbid curiosity kept me stationary. Doing his best pantomime of a crazed rodeo clown, Leon nimbly ascended Granny's back and began an assault on reason, safety, and the whole enterprise of dermatology. I winced as Liam began slashing away the zit spider with powerful, deliberate strokes. However, this does give me a great idea for a reality TV show. Dr. Pink Popper. I'll definitely be making some phone calls. Oh shit. He did a backflip. Granny riveted in what could have sounded to me like pain if I hadn't already forsaken the creature in my heart. I mean, that's fair. Exploiting this moment of weakness, as all beautiful men are up to do, Leon began to serenade the genocide giant with a lullaby. Powerless before Leon's velvety baritone, Granny collapsed into a deep slumber. Just kidding. Leon shot him again, of course. At the apex of Granny's flailing, his body went really rigid. I've played enough RPGs to know that he's probably gearing up for a desperate final attack. I need to warn Leon. Or maybe not. I'll just imagine that he heard me. Granny's body, much like the cult's, began to decay immediately, which seemed cool at first. But, you know, because really he wants to clean up 1,000 pounds of unwashed dartboard. But then I thought that his body just might end up flowing through the dam and into the local water supply. Major ew. American tap water isn't the greatest, I'll admit, but by Jove, it's not laced with particles of evil. Leon stepped forward as Granny became so much dirt that they pillaged the gold bars. Am I seeing this right? I know I shouldn't be surprised by that, but seriously, was Saddle feeding him gold? No wonder the old bastard needs all that cheddar. It's basically a minion mix. Leon casually inspected Granny's golden remains and then stuffed them in his pockets. Kinda funky, not gonna lie. Makes me want to be bathed in Imperial. So wait, Grande's dissolved just like the colors. That's gonna mean Grande was infected with a parasite too, right? And if you kill the parasite, the host dies with it? Okay, no, actually, put those enemy tears on hold for a sec. No need to jump to conclusions. Maybe Grande was just a special case. I mean, was he ever even a man? I'm not necessarily screwing it, right? Maybe there's still time to find a cure. And who's to say I'll turn into that? There's supposed to be some obvious symptom before you turn into one of them anyway. Right, a symptom. What kind of symptoms have I had? I coughed up the blood, and there's the bubbles, and... oh no. Oh my god, Ashley, are you the symptom? Get out of me, you filth! Brief, Ashley. I'm a symptom, yes, of a world that teeters between chaos and cruelty. I do not speak for your vital organs, though. Well, okay, I guess you would know. Just give me heads up if you feel any, corrupting influence. I surely will. I looked back as we ran onward, fearful that Granny would rise from the dead, because at this point, why not? But it was nothing, save for the carelessness whisper of the wind. I covered it that wind, I suppose. Now he uses a gun? Son of a bitch, Leon, the men have no right to say we're mysterious when they've got guns like this on their time. Not that it impairs my attraction, if anything. Just ahead of us was a door, exactly at the one we entered. Leon was as unhurried as ever, but given that we just survived, I was glad for the breather. Grande, maybe in the next life, you can be wary of your ripped shorts. Rest in peace. In the meantime, rot in hell. Okay, they're just moving on, I guess. Leslie said something I couldn't even read. Oh my gosh. Gondola dos. I inwardly sighed as the gate shut behind us. I relieved to put that damn in the hole forever past. Against the backdrop of a recent ordeal, the relative peacefulness of this new area was quite striking. In the terrible whispering of the evening wind, I found some mere respite. Yeah, that sounds good. I wonder if we should save quickly. Oh, you can actually read it back here. Those are fun little photos. I wonder how much more we're doing here, actually. I don't know if there's like a chapter break. I know there's like multiple chapters where I reloaded a lot of episodes, so I hope this is going to be one of the last episodes. Because I feel my voice actually tiring out a little bit, and I think I can't do much more long of this. So let's continue a little bit, and then we may actually have to, take a break. But we'll see. Against the backdrop of a recent ordeal, the relative peacefulness of this new area was quite striking. In the tapered whispering of the evening wind, I found some meager respite. Yeah, that sounds good. Liam pushed ahead, seemingly unfazed by tranquility and terror alike. Such endurance. I'm starting to believe the man is literal Adonis, and that's fine by me. We ascended the hill and came to an area that seems like a cliffside. To the left, there was a precarious stone bridge leading to an imposing door. The exit, very likely, to the other path I thought we should have taken. Hey, wait, that's Ginger up there. How stupid he must think we are, strutting into Grande's doomed funnel while he just strolled down Easy Street. Maybe somebody had just followed my advice. God damn it. Situated between the paths was a large gate, adorned by a mask with one glowing red eye. Oh, we know this one. Leon inspected the emblem briefly, and then moved away toward a trail sloping off to the left. I guess puzzles don't interest you as much when you yourself are a puzzle? Fair enough. At the top of the stairs, we stepped onto a gondola leading platform embedded in the mountainside. Oh, that's what they removed in the remake, and then... I think that happened in the DLC, wasn't it? Love the patchwork sheet metal aesthetic they got going. Really reminds you of crippling poverty. The gondola cars moved up and down the line, so innocently committed to their electric destiny. It reminded me a lot of the American Rust Belt. Charming as an idea in the third world sort of way. Fortunately, us coastal elites are much more savvy to overcome such an obvious death threat Oh my god, wait for me, Leon. Yeah, that did not quite work. Okay, so we're in a really old gondola car suspended by who knows how many feet over the Spanish abyss. But it's cool. We're cool. It's not like anyone else would be riding this thing at this time of night. Right? What does your heart tell you, Ashley? Not nearly as much as that rifle. I wish you could see what was going on. Close your eyes. If you want to truly see, you must forego sight. I'm hip to that. Aside from Neon, sight hasn't done me a whole lot of good so far. Shh. Let us focus. Behold. What the fuck? Okay. That is happening. Yum. Yum. She's just going like, hell yeah. Wait a second, I was talking about what I was laying shooting at. The eyes nourish the mind. Would you really prefer poison to wine? Well, no, it's just, I don't like your trickster ways, Lashley. Well, back to the reality you so crave. God damn it. Oh, looks like we missed round one. I mean, Leon's probably got it under control, so. Hey, Lashley? Say no more. She's like, actually, you know what? We're fine. We're just gonna live the dream. You know what? Why the hell not? Oh yeah. If this is my innocent side, call me a saint. Ashley, open your eyes. Seriously? You're the one who put these images in my mind. Don't even... Damn it. Oh, fucker. She got knocked out. What happened? Am I alive? Well, more alive than that guy. I'll give Leon credit. He knows the right way to avenge a woman's honor, which is swiftly. Still, it's kind of horrible watching people fall into the nothingness. What's at the bottom, I wonder? It's probably trees, but I hope it's a whole bunch of grannies ready to eat the fuckers. Now on stable ground, I took inventory of my pain. Yeah, seems like a pretty good amount. I'm lucky that my face is free of hatches. Sure, but gratitude is a poor substitute for it. I don't know. Leon turned toward me some kind of 𝐸𝐮 hand. Are we gonna graffiti the gondola? Because I'm feeling exactly that spiteful. Why is he giving that at me? Damn it. What is this? Pesticides to keep the bugs from eating my battered flesh? Weird. It smells like plants. Like pot plants. Not that I would know anything about pot or have any experience with pot panics. All of a sudden, there's a tingling feeling in my head. I can feel the throb starting to get far away, and I feel like it's chuckling. Oh my god, this is pod. Wow, I'm feeling like really good. Like so good that I almost forgive that axe-hurling madman. I mean, he was just going that his heart told him to do. Would I really be any different? Would any of us? Oh my god, she's so shit-faced in this. We moseyed over a long staircase leading downward and proceeded not surprisingly in that direction. Yeah, you know, we've all been talking about how, like, the green herb is probably just weed, you know, and, yeah. They took that literally. We continued along the path of the bottom and soon came upon, who else? 𝐸𝐿𝐵𝐿.
Welcome.
Welcome. Maybe it's just because I'm coming off high, but something's just a little off about 𝐸𝐿, don't it? It's just like an aura. Could also be his glowing red eyes. Yeah. Yeah. But hey, I ain't gonna knock a dude for popping a J or free when this is your job. That's just self-care. We resumed our jog down the path and soon entered another door, not unlike the ones in the village. Naturally, we proceeded to provide any concern for our safety. Episode 15. Who cut the big cheese? Oh god. Would you take a look at that? It's Forest. Oh hey, that reminds me of playing that song, Dark Black Forest, on DDR. That's a long way to go, honey, he said. I know, but I'm afraid. What are we gonna do? She asked. Into the dark black forest. Oh, I know what this one is gonna be. Yeah. Soon the narrow path fan out into a dead end and featuring a solitary ramshackle warehouse top place. I bet $10 Spanish that they keep the cultist Kool-Aid there. That's why we've come, right? To find an antidote to the evil within. Hey, evil within mansion, let's go. As we approached the door of the building, I swallowed hard, trying to fight back an encroaching sense of loneliness and dread radiating hardcore from this place. Still, I tried to seem brave, if only for Leon's sake.
Stay outside. Ashley, go hide.
Yeah. Well, that's a load of. Time to cower. There wasn't exactly a ton of hiding spots, and I thought it unwise to back myself into a corner, so I nested myself between a nearby tree and some weird log shed. From my excessively dingy cover, I watched Leon carefully open the door and become one with the darkness. I wonder what Leon's going in there for. Maybe to meet another secret agent? But that doesn't explain why I'd have to hide. Oh, unless he thinks they might double-cross him. Drama. At the same time, it seems pretty dangerous to just leave me out here in the open, in the middle of the forest, in the dead of the night. Oh crap, I just remembered I'm vulnerable and terrified. Man, I thought I would miss the dumpster. Garbage century! What's happened? Oh my god, the building's on fire. I mean, wow, I didn't know backstabbing happened that quick outside of General Hospital. I didn't really want to leave my hiding place, but I was also afraid of what having flaming warehouse might draw among the settlebound. Bereft of good ideas, I moved to the other side of the shed and desperately wished I could curl into a morph ball and just roll out of here. Instead, I squatted intensely and watched nervously for any sign of Leon. Each passing second burned away a little more of the rope of my hope. My hope rope, you might say. For a moment, I was petrified by the thought that Leon had been murdered. Part of me really wishes I had Lashley's soothing mental imagery right now, but considering why she's in remission, I should probably stay vigilant. Listening more closely, I could hear noise coming from the warehouse. It sounded like bullets and shrieking? Or rather unholy medley. But if it signals a struggle, then that means Leon's alive. Given hell, Leon, cause otherwise I'll leave your ass for Ginger and never look back. Another few minutes passed, and eventually the sounds dissipated. I took a chance and ran to the building, trying to hear better while avoiding first-degree burns. I heard something collapse, but it wasn't from the inside. I peeked over the corner to the side of the building. I half expected to see Ginger standing there. Actually, Ginger know about this? Did he tip off the secret agent? Is he the secret agent? Did he teleport into the building? Is it the code? Is that the source of his power? So many questions. As if to undercut my mounting anxiety, Leon tumbled through the hole in the side and running coolly to his field.
Are you okay?
Oh, okay. I was expecting the cutscene to play. Oh my gosh, Leon is safe. I'm safe. Woo! Take that, Ginger, your potential traitor love interest. I ran up to Leon, who looked out a little scuffed and bruised. A good-looking man, I might add. Shows character. Maybe I should inquire further about the preceding incidents, so that he knows I'm thinking about him. Are you hurt, I guess? And just gonna ignore. Of course he's gonna ignore us. Okay, well, maybe I was later, probably for the best, considering that the building's smoking more than 50. Oh boy. Well, that happened. The egg, the base, and other things. We made our way back to the gondola station, but before boarding, Leon turned his gaze toward the towering silhouette looming over the darkness. Is that a castle? It's huge. So huge that I'm not sure how I missed it before. Right. Anyway, it'd be nice if someone there could help us, like a prince. A rich, handsome, filthy fucking rich prince. Oh, what if Lou's actually a prince, like he became disenchanted by wealth and decided to commit his life to the people after he realized they'd been denied the luxuries he had so long taken for granted, like light bulbs. That sounds a little hokey when I think about it, but I'm sure Lashley would say something like, better to indulge an innocent myth than a cruel truth. Rest in pieces, weird side of me. Okay. Well, we go back up again. The inn sure looks nice. Whips of fog only accentuate his excellent jawline, and his arms, so smooth and defined. It's not often you find a guy who can balance muscles and metro. I wonder what else he keeps shaved. Dirty thoughts. Sure is quite with the threat of an assault. I might get many opportunities like this to chat with Leon. Maybe he answer a question or two. Hey, Leon. About that explosion? So, I don't know if this is classified or everything, but what happened back in that warehouse? Yeah, sorry if that scared you. I had a bit of a dispute with the so-called Big Cheese. Real bad dude. Okay, so barns erupted in flames 30 seconds after you entered them is a dispute. Even George Orwell might blush at that one. Big Cheese? Did he cause the explosion? Well, he escalated the situation in a way, yeah. So, what was it like? Well, after shelling a few times, his tools are detached. More like his spine grew. The point is he separated from his legs. And he grew some arms out of his back, which he then used to fling himself around kind of like a gymnast. I should mention these arms were very long. That's what you meant by an escalating situation? Yeah, 100%. Oh, well, I mostly wanted to know if he was a secret agent. Nah, I think he was the mayor. Okay, Leon. About Louis? So, if you don't mind me asking, how'd you know Louis? Is he another agent? No, it's just an ex-cop, oh, so he says. I found him in the dresser a few hours ago. He was in the dresser? Wow. Louis was stuck in the dresser too? That would be a great icebreaker. Long story. Oh, hey, that reminds me, you hungry? Oh, well, maybe a little. I got some gum and a couple of eggs. It's quite a delicious best, but it's a little big. Oh, give me the gum, I guess. I'll take some gum, I guess. Thanks, Neon. Don't worry, we'll get you a proper meal soon. Just hang in there. I'll share this gum. Always. We should have taken the egg, though, I think. The gondola came to a halt, and with it, my fantasy of continued conversation. Onward, I guess. We jogged down the small hill and walked up to the large wooden door that Leon had inspected earlier. Leon began sifting through his pockets. Oh, good. I guess he found a key or something on that mayor guy after he... oh my God. Sweet, merciful Jesus. I like how amidst all the detail I didn't ask for, he conveniently left out the part where he plucked an eyeball out of a dude's face. Was that before or after his legs filed for divorce? Well, at least where he's going, he probably doesn't need any eyes to see. Right, yeah, he always had his red eye and it was a glass eye. Let me just scan now. Okay, I think this is where we're gonna save here for today and then take a break. Did it save? Yes. My voice is really feeling like... Why are you looking at me like that? Hey, going somewhere? I mean, I gotta go. Fine. I'll be waiting. I'm sorry? How far did we make it? Does it say here? Quite a selection here. I mean, I think we just made it here to 15, maybe 16. Oh shit, there's just one more before chapter 2 begins, right? Which we coyly, sure. Come back anytime. Alright, fine. We're gonna play that last chapter. I didn't know how much more there was, right? Okay, two more chapters. We're gonna play these 2 more chapters and then I'm gonna call it quit for today. Okay, now hold on a second, me. Can we just stop and ponder the fact that a total hottie just opened the door for a person's eyeball? That is so nuts. I mean, these people don't even have toilets and they're building doors with retinal scanners. I don't live in the gated community, so glass houses and all that, but its wealth gap is borderline American. Okay, I'm good now. Just had to clear the air. Continue, me. Why, thank you, me. I'd be happy to. She's definitely gone crazy. Where was I? All right. On the other side of the gate was a very tight path leading up. Un forastero! The path was enclosed by rocky embankments that were totally climbable, but Leon seemed fine by walking the old straight and narrow. It's not like we're trying to escape an area bustling with hostility or anything. What's that rumbling sound? Oh shit. I looked behind me briefly. Half sure that Granda will make a grand re-entrance into the world of the living. Holy Granda, laddie, I knew I'd jinxed it, death be damned. Lay feast on my lovely lady bones. I spun my head forward and was relieved to find, to one, Leon cocked and ready, like any good gentleman should be. And two, that Granny had apparently been reincarnated as a mere truck. A truck that is driving straight towards us on a narrow path. Yeah, that embankment is looking pretty scalable now. I thought about bolting by Leon Halford. If I run now, I might distract him, but I might also cut him off his road. I don't want him to think I don't trust him. Men of a girl with undying certainty and the manly ability to succeed amidst unreasonable odds. Don't they? That certainly feels true. We're gonna trust him. As if whipped by my conviction, Leon stepped back and raised his weapon to the night. It does seem superb dumb to just stand your ground against a truck driver willing to kill his own friends to crush you, but surely Leon would only do something he had absolutely confidence in. Surely. He needs to reload. You fucking kidding me, Leon? Well, sure, we're down in impact. Oh. We just unlocked something interesting. Okay, so we can actually make wrong choices. That's lovely. So we're supposed to bolt because he failed. I thought about bolting by Leon Halford. If I run out, I might distract him, but it might also get him off his road. I want to assume that Leon knows what he's doing, but you know what they say about assumptions. Truck that run. As if sensing my desire to flee, Leon stepped back and raised his weapon to the night. I can't run now. It will throw off Leon's aim and then he'll be crushed. It's my moral obligation to not let that happen to his hair. Don't make me regret this, Leon. He did it. Let's go. Now that is how you propose to someone. Meanwhile, 20 feet away. As I began to plan our wedding, we slipped past the flaming truck and continued up the path. What was that image for? Wait, there's villagers behind us? How did they? Ah, he just dropped the eyeball. Oh my god, Leon, you flippin' doll. You gave them the key. One for us, Dado. With the villagers doing the best impression of a stampede, Leon looked honest. They had one another. His eyes said, I've got a plan. My eyes said, this is your fault.
The other side of the bridge.
Yeah, because where are we supposed to go? Duh. As the villagers drew uncomfortably near, I temporarily forgave Leon for his earlier poor judgment and looked for him for guidance. He flicked his eyes at Crank to my left. Okay, such plans. Much fun. Oh, look at the rust on this thing. I thought I've gone too long without a loving touch. Focus, Ashley. Caught us with torches. I took hold of the hand and looked at Leon for a signal. I knew it was just going to be more quality body language. But imagine a seductive wink, blown kiss combo. Anything to keep the spark alive. Ready? Wow, actual words. I'm so motivated. Let's push this Crank noodle arms. Push it real good! Well, we made it. Wow, we did it. Does this qualify us for a relationship upgrade? I mean, it's not quite dodging ancient traps in unison yet, but I think there's a real potential.
Come on.
Yeah. I don't have a lot of confidence about what we'll find in this castle, but given everything so far, I think Ghost of Vincent Price is a reasonable gamble. Alright, that's chapter 17. Alright, okay. Now that's the point at the castle where we're going to take a break here for today. Lashley, you know. Interesting to see what they were thinking about. I know we're just going to wait here before we close. It's a bit awkward. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching so far, at least. That was fun. A bit weird, but you know what? Again, I'm surprised. Again, this is an official game on Twitch that you can like play to. So hey, I'll take that. Always fun to see something else. And that surely is something else. We're going to raid here. Lord Broccoli is currently doing Final Fantasy 2. Sorry, let me peek and correct me. Final Fantasy 10-2 HD console speedruns. Well, that would be fun. And yeah, we'll be back maybe on Sunday to do an extra stream, just so we'll be in time for Resident Evil 9 Requiem. But until then, of course, I'll catch you all later and hope you had fun here. And see you all soon, of course, with another stream for Resident Evil 4 Otome quite soon. Bye-bye.